Okay, so in this video, I'll explain how to show a creative twice. One the first time, not the second time, and then the third time they visit the site. So I have two. Let's see, test popover. I'll use this one here, and then I'll use this unseen slider. So you'll see. I told you just to take off the feedback, but this shows a little bit too, the little target. So I deleted everything, so just a blank creative for the unseen slider. And then, so we have those two. The next thing we do is go to the intercept. And then, so for the first one, you see I have three here. First visit, unseen slider, which is the second visit, and then the third visit, it will pop up again. So I'm not sure how you want to gauge this, like if it's their very first visit of all time and you only want it to display one time, so you could do like 10 years or something like that. If it hasn't been displayed in 10 years, then display it to them, and that shouldn't be an issue. But if you want to set it to like 100 days or 3 months or something like that, if they haven't seen it in 3 months, then show it to them. And so this will be the very first one. And I didn't set a target or anything. This is just kind of a sandbox thing. And then in the unseen slider, this is where it gets a little more complicated. Actually, I forgot one thing. We have to add a cookie. So when we go to add a target, so add event here. Sorry, add event. What we'll do as the event, we'll add a cookie, and we'll name it creative, and a value of 1. So this is a creative 1. And then in the second one, we're going to say if creative equals 1, because it was 1 here. So if creative equals 1, and intercept hasn't been seen in a certain amount of probably hours maybe, because we want to make sure that they don't see it right away. Because if creative equals 1, then they'll see both of these. But so we can say if they haven't seen it, has not been seen in the last, let's say, 2 hours or something like that, then show it. Let's see, is that right? Has not been seen. Yeah, so in the last 2 hours. So that means it'd have to be a 2-hour time frame. If you want it to be less, you can say 1 hour or something. And in the last 1 hour, if they haven't seen it, then show it to them. So just to make sure it is their second visit. And then creative equals 1, and then here we're going to add another cookie, creative. We're going to modify the cookie actually, so the creative will be changed to 2. And then on the third one, you'll see, so this one will display the unseen slider, which isn't anything. And then on the third one, you'll say if creative equals 2 and hasn't been seen in the last, certain number of hours. So I'll kind of show you how this works. I'm going to take, we can set this to 1 minute, and you can rewind, or you can fast forward through this if it hasn't been seen in the last minute. And then, so I'm just doing this to display it, so we can see it right away. So I got the editing code up here, so what we'll do is we'll show this first one, say they come to the site. Oh, looks like I have visited. I need to clear my cookies here. Okay. Okay, and now we'll try again here. So that passed. So this is the first day. So say the second time I go through, we're going to have to wait actually a minute for it to work. But then actually we'll just Just trust me, it does work. So once you press this, it will show the unseen one. And then once you press this, it will show this one again. And the biggest thing to take away from this is the logic on there. Oops. The logic on there to not display it if it hasn't been seen for 2 hours. Let me see what we did here. Okay, so it hasn't been seen for a certain number of hours. We want to make sure this is set so they don't all appear at once. And so once they leave the site, then probably an hour or so will go by, and then it will reset, and then the next time they come in, they'll be able to see it. So let me know if that helps. It's a lot of information, kind of a lot of workarounds, but it does work. Let me know if you have any questions about it, and I'd love to help. Thanks a lot.